Hi everyone. So it's been a while since I uploaded a video. I've been extremely busy with just a lot of things in my life, work, and then starting school again. And I will be moving to a different state, so a lot of things going on. So I really haven't gotten to really update anything or buy much, which I will talk a little bit later in this video for those who may be interested. Now, um, I practically got so far this year um, Temin's solo and Shinee's new studio album, the repackaged version, Atlantis, and Advice for Temin. These were practically the only things I've wanted to get so far this year. Aside from that, I don't really feel the need to buy anything else. Now, as far as my opinions of the albums, love both of them. This album sounds really shiny. It's just it's really endearing to hear how how they went back, especially the I would say Don't Call Me is more experimental, but Atlantis is such a classic shiny song. The songs are perfect. This is a great release from them. um, the only bad thing I really have to say, I don't like the packaging for this. It just makes me like worry that I'm gonna break it apart just flipping through the pages for it. But I love like the concept, the photos. They're really nice. I just don't understand why SM went. It's just I don't I don't get it. It's confusing why they went with this packaging. My best guess is just they probably made it so you can maybe put pictures of the album, or like not pictures but the pages around your wall or something. I'm not somebody who does that, so clearly I am just gonna burn the CD and store this, try to maintain it as you know try to maintain it, so hopefully it just doesn't break apart. But I wouldn't be surprised if the lack of glue just, I don't know, just I don't understand why they went with this packaging. But you know I wanted to support them. I wanted the songs. I I'm not gonna buy the regular version. I was waiting for them to release a repackage, just to obviously save money, and I do have a lack of space as well, which I'll get into a little bit. But A plus from me for Shiny with this release. It just really not. It was nice to reminisce why I got to them into Shiny in the first place. I basically have been following them since they debuted. They're one of the few groups that I really have been there for, kind of all that journey. So it's quite interesting just to see how they've evolved over time. Now for Temin, great mini album. I was surprised but also not surprised with this release, since he did have two basically almost full-length albums last year. And then this just was released out of nowhere. But I'm not complaining. In regards to like ultimate biases, Temin is probably up there now. I I just look forward to anything Temin related, to be completely honest. I It's just I love I love him so much, and I'm still missing some of his albums, mainly from his Japanese discography, which, hopefully I'll get um, to purchasing, in some time. But luckily, I do have his Korean albums, and yeah, no, I'm just very proud of him, um, and how he has been able to establish himself as a solo artist. And obviously, he's always a part of Shinee, but I feel like he has already cemented this image as a solo artist. And with him now going to the military, hopefully Key gets to, develop as a solo artist as well. I feel like, in my honest opinion, I feel like Key is that um, really like unique piece in Shinee that people don't really appreciate as much, in my opinion. Like, he's got it all. So I really, really want to hear another solo album from him. I read that supposedly he has been working on a upcoming solo release, and hopefully now with Temin being in the army, that we get to hear more from him as a solo, um, and who knows, maybe even SM might do like a trio subunit without Temin, with Onyu and Minho. So just anything China related, I'm excited about. In relation to that, I just came to the conclusion I'm only really going to buy Shinee related albums from now on. I'm not particularly too interested in purchasing any other groups. This also goes for Girls' Generation. They're also the only group that I will be continuing to purchase from. And obviously this includes any solo related albums for them, with Taeyeon being that main person that I will be following. So Taeyeon and Taemin are basically my number ones. So that's kind of my conclusion when it comes to just purchasing albums. I would say there would be some exceptions for other groups. For instance, Bright Eyed Girls would be an exception, but they rarely release anything. Only like in every 3 or 4 years, so it's not something that I'm gonna be buying on a yearly basis, unless things sometimes change and groups just start releasing a bunch of things, but I just don't think that will be the case for them. And then other than that, I don't really see myself buying from any other groups. I also have been thinking of selling a big chunk of my collection, or not selling it. It's like I'm in between those, like, do I do it or not, just because of I do want to keep my albums, but at the same time I don't want some albums anymore. So it's kind of this really weird kind of scenario. And in connection to that, since I will be moving, that's another kind of issue. Luckily, I will leave all my things with my parents. But I do want to, you know, see what I want to keep and what I don't want to keep. Um, so this just kind of goes to um, thinking how I will do it. I have way too many albums to like store, and how am I gonna do it, and all these things. So yeah, and obviously I would keep collections for groups that I hold dear to my heart. Yeah. Now I will say that also, because I will be moving, I don't know how often I'll be buying albums. I think because I've just narrowed it down to just 2 groups, I don't think it's gonna be too much to kind of handle. If anything, I'll purchase albums and I would have them shipped to my house. But I will probably see them when I come back to visit my parents. The reason why I don't want them to be shipped to where I'm going to live, just because I don't know if I'm going to stay there long term, and I don't want to be carrying albums and using that space for something else. I just don't want to be carrying albums around. But yes, I will say that I'm just very, very happy with Shinee coming back, getting another Timmy solo, hopefully getting a Key solo, and I really want a Taeyeon album, and I'll be set for the year. Of course, there's groups that are second gen that are releasing some music. I just don't see myself buying even more albums. I'll try to support by streaming it, and that's kind of where I'm at. The groups and then it's just the groups that I like, they don't particularly release music anymore. And some of them have kind of, it's difficult to explain it. And I really have fallen out of love with a lot of K-pop. I don't think I'll really be stopping. I'll ever stop listening to it, just because obviously SNSD and Shinee are really established groups, and each of the members are pretty much active on the side, and they have musical projects every now and then. So I'll look forward to that, but I won't be getting into rookie groups or any of that. And here and there I will probably take a listen to some songs, but I'm not gonna be where I was in the past when it came to just collecting a lot of groups. I think it's fine. You can lose interest in some things. It's just that I don't really like the current sound of how K-pop is right now. And yeah, but that doesn't mean that the music is terrible. Everyone has their own musical taste. It's just maybe I've lost some interest in certain type of music, and I found new interest in other types. So if anything, in regards to maybe selling some other albums, I'll probably try to upload them and upload a video where people who might be interested in purchasing some of them could purchase them if they want. But no, and on a personal level, I'm just really excited to start graduate school and in this new chapter of my life. But aside from that, I hope everyone stays safe, has a great rest of the year. I don't know when I will be able to upload again. And yeah. Alright guys, bye.